In studio, Ronna McDaniel, chairwoman of the Republican National Committee. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Always great to be with you both.
Do things change on a Tuesday like today when you wake up and you say 7 weeks away?
Yes. I mean, it started last week, I think. We're in the sprint. September started, and you start really feeling the energy.
Okay, so let's talk about the issues. Here's one. We're just talking about crime.
Yep.
There's a poll out of Marquette in Wisconsin. Crime, are you very concerned or somewhat concerned? 61% say very concerned.
Very concerned. We're seeing this across the country. The economy is the #1 issue still. We all know this, inflation, but more than just inflation, the price of eggs, the price of milk, insurance, rent, everything. Everything right now is costing more for every American family. And then crime. And when you see these Democrat candidates like Mandela Barnes and Fetterman, who have these records of saying, we want to release criminals back on the street, it is really frightening to a lot of voters.
The issue also, yesterday, Dr. Oz went to visit with addicts. And he was like looking, I think that he seemed really taken aback by it and very moved. There he is, picking up needles. He even took some people to an addiction center. So will crime not just play out in the big cities? Are you seeing it in the smaller towns? Even in rural communities, are they worried about crime?
Absolutely. And my girlfriends, I'm in suburban Detroit, everybody's afraid about crime right now because we're seeing what's happening in New York, we see what's happening in Seattle, we see what's happening in major cities across the country, and we're worried because Democrats are doubling down on this defund the police, reimagine the police, demoralize. I talked to a local sheriff in my state. He said, we can't hire anybody. We can't hire anybody because nobody wants to be a police officer anymore. So we're seeing the impact of their negative speech and their negative narrative against our police officers. It's demoralizing and diminishing our police force across the country.
Meanwhile, Democrats are hopeful that they can hang on to this, and they might. Our power rankings came out and said, you know, if you run the table in the House, you can keep a slim majority of two House seats. On the issue of abortion, however, there's big referendums in the state of Michigan and also in California. I think Kentucky might have one as well. How do you believe that plays for or against you?
I think it'll be different state by state, and with Michigan, it's on the ballot. It's directly to the voters. So I think our gubernatorial candidate can say, listen, you're going to decide, and I'm going to run about bringing jobs to our state and our education issues and our roads. I think every candidate has to address it in their state. I do not think they can ignore it. I think they have to take it head on. This is where the Democrats want to play. They'll have the money to make this an issue, so we have to tackle it. Put them on the defensive on their policy of due date abortion, on gender selection abortion. I think that's what China does, that you can abort a baby just because it's a girl. And then pivot to the voter as a whole voter. Most voters don't wake up thinking about abortion every day. What they're thinking about, and we know this, is crime in the economy. So it's got to be a three-step process. Address it, put them on the defensive, and then get back on the issues that the voters care about.
Bill Clinton weighed in. He thinks that Republicans have a way of trying to win. Listen to him here.
You have to note the Republicans always close well. Why? Because they find some new way to scare the living daylights out of swing voters about something. That's what they did in 2021, where they made critical race theory sound worse than smallpox.
I mean, Greg Gutfeld last night on the 5. Well, he said the Democrats have been trying to scare people as well.
I know. I was going to say, like, newsflash, Bill, your party's doing that just fine. We don't need to help you with that at all. You're scaring voters everywhere with the open border. I mean, just last month, 2,000 pounds of fentanyl came across our border. That could kill 500 million people. We're coming into Halloween. Every mom in the country right now is worried, what if this gets into my kid's Halloween basket?
You're talking about the rainbow
fentanyl. What if my teenager gets this? And the Democrat Party's ignoring it on top of the crime issue, on top of inflation. I mean, on issue after issue, energy. The Democrats are failing the American people, and they own it. They own it. They have the Senate, they have the House, they have the White House, and they are not addressing issues that every American is waking up worried about.
You have traveled the country?
Yes.
And will continue to?
Yes.
What is the debate on immigration that you find today?
You know, I was in Texas yesterday, and it is such a huge issue, and they are being inundated. I mean,
understandably in Texas, but
Same
other
with
states
Arizona.
that aren't border states. Total encounters so far in places like Texas and Arizona were at 2.1 million, and we've got a ways to go.
Well, everybody's watching it.
But what about like in Wisconsin?
It's still an issue.
What about in Michigan? What do they tell you?
It's still an issue because they're watching the open border and they're watching the Democrats ignore it. And they think this is crazy that they're ignoring 4 million people coming across our border, that
And
they're
the
ignoring the
fentanyl's in there.
fentanyl. The fentanyl is a real issue. I mean, you saw Kevin McCarthy tell the story last week of a 13-year-old that showed up at school with those candy-looking like fentanyl pills, and it killed an administration official just by opening it. I know I'm scared about it. I talk to my son about it all the time. Make sure you don't touch anything. Make sure if your friends have it. Every parent right now is scared to death about this fentanyl, whether you're a border state or you're in the Midwest.
Real quick question, who has the edge on voter registration going into the midterm, Republicans or Democrats?
Republicans. An article actually just came out about it today. The RNC's definitely been involved in this. Pennsylvania, we have an edge. North Carolina, we have an edge. We just saw in Florida, for the first time ever, Republicans have more voters registered as Republican than the Democrats do. This has been about a 500,000 vote swing.
We'd like to talk to you again, and we hope to do that soon.
I know, I love it.
Because, well, things can change, and we love it too because we like to get in the weeds. So.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.